Michael and welcome to Angling Info. Right, we're here with the legend that is Tommy Pickering, and obviously we're just fishing quite a cold day at Lindholmes today.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, so Tommy, just congratulations obviously on the last 2 years, amazing results, and I've watched them all online. I'm sure a lot of everybody else has, and you know, fantastic results obviously for yourself and your team, and obviously in your daughter as well.
No, well, it's you know, they're all good fishermen, and we've had a couple of good years, especially with feeder team, and lads have done awesome really. They've grown over the last 5 years. I mean, we started fresh. We didn't really know what to expect, and lads have grown to proper World Championship fishermen now. And that, you know, that's a big difference to normal fishing. World Championships and normal fishing are two separate things.
Yeah.
And they've grown into fantastic fishermen now.
I mean, it's a fantastic sport. It's good that the sport's getting a lot more, you know, people involved, because obviously now that you've got televised events like you've got Fisho, and
it's incredible. Really.
You know, it's brilliant for younger, because this is what we're about, getting younger kids in and everybody involved.
Well, one of the things I love about fishing, and I think it's probably quite unique, is that you've got lots of different avenues with fishing. For example, you've got coarse fishing, you've got match fishing, you've got carp fishing, you've got sea fishing, you've got game fishing, and then in all them, like coarse fishing, you've got match fishing. You can fish for big fish, small fish. You know, you've got lots of different avenues in each of the sports, and that makes fishing quite unique. So as a youngster, what you've got to do is just go fishing, and then as you get older, you'll learn what you want to do. You might want to become a match angler, or you might just want to catch a big fish, but there's lots of things that you can actually do. That's
what I tried to say to young lads, and I said when I started, and I'm sure it was the same for yourself, they want all these kind of venues about, and it want all big fish, and I think I didn't get my first double till, you know, a 17, 18 year old. It were all small roach, dace, you know. Well,
when first time I went to Whiteacres, my ambition was to catch a 10-pound carp.
Yeah.
I'd never seen one, I might catch one. And there's a lake called Spessy Lake, and that was probably 20 years ago, so I would have been 40. And I remember catching my first one at £11.4, and I was doing somersaults and jumping about, and I was like a little kid, if you know what I mean. And it was £11.4, and now you don't even £11.4. It's like weird. It's nothing.
I know, it's crazy.
And in them days, I was as excited as anything, honestly.
I'm not surprised. It's an amazing thing when you catch something that you're targeting.
It is,
you've got some questions for Tommy about your feeder, because
in regards to feeding, because as most people know, Fishing Channel, my favourite method of fishing is feeder.
Yeah.
So to me, it's my first year fully fishing. So for myself and people who are getting into that, what kind of tips could you give? Hints and tips for us new people to the feeder fishing.
Well, the thing is now, if you get some DVDs and magazines, there's that much information now that you can actually copy what are in these. And if I were to something to learn, first thing I'd say is get the magazines, the DVDs, and follow the experts on how to set it up and how to do it. That's the most important thing. And then the most important thing is, even with a feeder, it's like any form of fishing, the basic rule is little and often. That's the basic rule, any form of fishing. And if you follow little and often, you won't go far wrong. And what you've got to do, with feeder fishing, you've got to learn what type of feeder you want. Is it an open feeder? Is it a method feeder? And the venue will tell you that. What I mean by that is, if you come to a commercial fisheries, it'll usually be some kind of method feeder, whether it be the method, or a banjo, or a normal pellet feeder. They're usually the main three things. But if you go on a normal stillwater river or a normal lake, then a normal plastic open feeder. Just use one of them. Keep it simple, don't complicate it.
No, that's one of the things I've always said to you, isn't it?
It's just about
be simple setup. You don't need all this fancy.
Fishing is simple.
That's it.
We make it complicated.
Yeah.
The fishermen, because they're looking for something that's not there most of the time. And 80% of fishing, when I take people coaching, I sit them down and I take them back, and I start by teaching them the basics of fishing. Because even though I fish at an high level, when I'm struggling, I take myself back to basics. I go, right, am I doing that right? Am I doing that right? Have I got my elastics right? Have I got my floats right? Have I got my hook lengths? Have I got my distances right? And I go back to basics, because there's a basic way of fishing. And if you stick to the basic way of fishing, it's 80 to 90% of what we do. So keep it simple. Keep it simple, catch more fish.
I would say that kind of leads me into my next question that I'm going to ask you. It's for young kids at a young age. Same again, just getting into it.
Yep.
Same advice that you just give.
Exactly the same advice.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple and don't complicate it. But there's that much information out there nowadays, either on internet or DVDs or magazines, and they're all experts that are actually telling you.
Yeah.
So read what they're saying, and to be honest with you, most of them are the same things. And you look when you actually study them, you go, they're pretty basic then, and that's all it is.
That's how I got to learn a lot of my stuff throughout. Well, it's been about 15 years, and my granddad got me into it, and we did a lot of sea fishing and river fishing and stuff like that when I was young. And that's what he just said: get angling times, get your magazines, just read, and DVDs,
and then go out. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I first started fishing, right, I had 2 books. I had the Billy Lane book of book on match fishing, encyclopedia match fishing, and I had Benny Ashurst's book, and I had them 2 books, and I copied them. I used to take them to bank with me. I used to read them. That's what it says, and that's how I learned. So I learned off 2 of the probably greatest fishermen there's ever been.
Yeah.
And what Billy Lane and Benny Ashurst. So I were no different.
Everybody's. That's what I tried to say to everybody's got to learn.
Absolutely.
You've got to be able to walk before you can run, don't you? With it.
And that's a great way of putting it. And when I take people coaching, I look at what standard I think they're at, and I always take them back at least 1 level, and then that's the only way you can move forward.
Yeah. I mean, can you just tell us anything that you've got planned for this year? I mean.
Oh crikey! Next year we've got. The 2 biggest things for me personally is I'd like to get picked for the Veterans World Championships in Czech Republic.
Yeah.
And then the biggest thing will be we're going for the hat-trick.
Yeah, that'd be brilliant. That'd be amazing.
In World Championships, apart from the South African carp team, who won it 4 years on the trot, no other team's ever won 3 on the trot. So in any event,
be a good one to win that.
So that would make history, and so that to me is. And I've had 2 chances in the past with the float team. We didn't win it the 3rd year, but we won it the 4th year. So we won 3 out of 4. And then when I was manager of the ladies, we won 2 out of 2. Came third the 3rd time, then won it again. So I'm hoping that I can do one better and win 3 on trot, and that'd be probably my biggest achievement in angling.
Even you will.
Yeah, I think it'd go above that. Yeah, I think it would be the biggest thing that I've ever done, and so that's how important that is to me this year.
Fingers crossed for you. I mean, I had a coaching day about 3 or 4 years ago with Andy Finlay.
Yeah,
and that were a brilliant day as well. I really enjoyed it, and like yourself, it just takes you back to basics. And
top man.
And it was,
I've learned loads off Andy. Andy Finlay taught me how to put the bait on the method feeder. He taught me what to do, and I tell everybody that because he did. I couldn't catch up method, and he showed me how to put it on, and I started catching loads and loads of fish. And I love him to bits. He's a great fisherman, but he's even better, he's a better bloke. Yeah,
I mean, we had a really good day. I mean, it wasn't too dissimilar today. It were in May, but it were absolutely horrendous wind. And he had me, we were fishing makings, and he had me a 30-yard chuck, and he's going, no, you need to get it right onto that log. I was I can't. It's awful. Crosswind were like 20 mile an hour.
Yeah. And, I bet he could do it though.
Yeah, of course he could. Yeah. He made me stop on that because we were doing paste as well, and he made me stop 3 hours. Trying to hit that same spot before he'd move. Yeah.
I can remember me and Des watched him somewhere at Woodlands View, I think it was, and I've never seen anybody put a feeder as close to Ireland in the same spot as many times on trot. It's so consistent. Incredible, fantastic fish. But like I said, he's a better bloke than a fisherman. Isn't he? And I think that's what you get a lot of with part of a lot of groups that talk about fishing, and there's some anglers, the professionals out there that don't really give younger kids or people that are learning that kind of time of day. But it's lovely when you meet people like yourself and Andy that. To be honest with you, I don't know many that don't. I mean, when most anglers that I know have been asked, they've normally gone and helped when they've had the opportunities. I mean, everyone that I've met. Down from even Ian Eaps when I used to be really young, and I used to meet him at Doncaster Racecourse when they used to have the fishing festivals there. I used to run them. Did you? Yeah, I used to run them at Doncaster Racecourse. And I remember we used to go out into back field, and they used to have metal dustbin lids, and you had a prize to try and hit ledger on them. That's right. Yeah. No, we did all. There were good days, and that were like late 70s. That's late 80s. Sorry, that's how long ago that was.
But yeah, I mean, like I say, we're just trying to do what basically like my granddad did, and
fair play, mate.
And we just want.
It takes a lot to do.
You need that next generation in, don't you? Because when we're not here, who's going to take it on?
Well, one of the things I do see nowadays, I see a lot more youngsters in the sport. When I go, and I think commercial fisheries have created that. They made it easy for them to come to the sport because they bring the families. The families come up. You see more ladies on the bank, and therefore you'll see more kids.
We've just seen a couple of ladies over there, which is really good.
But you know, because they can park behind the pegs, they've got facilities, toilets, and cafes and things like that. And it just makes it easy for them.
And your daughter's done brilliant for sport with women as well, hasn't she?
Yeah. She's awesome. She's just a different league.
I mean, I remember watching her when she won Fisher. 2 years now ago?
I don't know. She won it 3 times.
I know.
I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, we're just like I say, we're just trying to get them kids in. We had a kid get in touch with us, didn't we, a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Just to go and review his pond for him.
Right.
So we went down there and we did a feature for him and got him on camera and.
Fair play. Oh, well done. That's fantastic.
And that was Tom's pond in Otley, wasn't it?
Otley,
yeah.
Fantastic.
And that's rammed full of rainbow trouts. They stock it full of load of rainbow at end at season. So then they're constantly catching. So.
Right, brilliant.
But thanks a lot anyway,
my pleasure,
Tommy.
And well done to you as well for what you're doing. It's
it's great.
Fair play.
So as you can see, Tommy's he's filming another feature today, and we're really grateful that he's spent time to give us 10-15 minutes, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Tight lines.
Tight lines, lads.